Welcome back to Agility Through Diversity. Today we're going to be looking at capturing the hearts and minds of future talent. I'm joined by Marianne Calder, who is one of the judges of the Future Stars of Tech Awards, and several of the nominees. Would you like to start by introducing yourself?
Sure. Thank you for having me. My name is Oishi. I work as a software engineer at Rolls Royce. I have been nominated for the Future Star of Tech Award, and I own the software and services category.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name's Thea Mayes. I work at ServiceNow. I'm a strategic partner manager, and I was nominated as part of the IT infrastructure category.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name's Kate. I'm a degree apprentice at BT, and I won the IT infrastructure category.
Hi all, thanks for having me too. So my name's Helen Gidney. I'm a technical team lead at Softcat, and I was a finalist in the IT infrastructure category also.
Thank you. And I'm Mariana. As Catherine said, I am super excited to be here today. I was very honored to be one of the judges and was humbled and inspired by hearing all the stories and the backgrounds that you all come with. So I'm very, very excited. Thank you for being here today.
Can I ask you, what attracted you to working in this industry? Maybe we could start with you, Kate.
Yep, so since school I've always been interested in IT. It's always been my favourite subject, whether it's creating a website, coding, all elements of it. BT actually came into my school, so I asked to do a work experience placement with them, and then from then on I knew it was my dream career and I wanted to get involved.
What about you, Thea?
I think mine's a bit of a funny story, I guess. I actually studied politics at university. I ended up running a small business in confectionery in New Zealand, and I sold that off and ended up meeting the MD of an IT reseller in my friend's bar when I was working. And he convinced me to come in and interview for an account management job.
So mine's different again, I think, from these two. So I actually studied biochemistry at uni. It was a really interesting industry, but was perhaps not quite right for me. I wanted something where I could learn and grow, and it was quite fast-paced and relevant. So I sort of thought IT would be the best fit for me.
It's certainly relevant.
Yes, definitely.
And Oishi?
So I've been very fascinated by technology since childhood, and I was always been curious to learn more about it. And as technology has improved so much of human life, I thought I want to have a career in this field so that I can contribute to all this development. So I actually studied software and electronics engineering at university, and while I was studying I did 2 internships and 1 placement, and I thought IT and technology is the right field for me.
Marianne?
Yeah, I guess, overall mine is probably a mixture of all of these, but I was always very inspired by the IT industry. But like Thea, I started out on the path of foreign diplomacy and spent a year at the Danish consulate in San Francisco before then joining Cisco back many years ago. But it was always to me a very fast-paced, as you said, energized and very innovative place to work. So I have been absolutely thrilled to have a fantastic career since then.
What do you think it takes to be successful in this industry? Helen, maybe we can start with you.
I think that's a really good question. I think it's always going to be different for everyone depending on where they are in their career and what industry they're in. But for me, having a real drive and ambition for the area you're in, being passionate about that, being willing to work hard and really push yourself forward in the industry, in the areas you're interested in, but also taking any opportunity that comes your way. And I think always saying yes to them and learning from them, because it may not be something that's completely relevant to you or something completely interesting, but you're always going to learn, you're going to meet new people, have new experiences, and really help push yourself forward.
Yeah, what do you think, Kate?
Yeah, I completely agree with Helen. Definitely ambition, drive. Also, don't be afraid to challenge the norm. So always challenge what people says. You can always learn from it. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone does it, so you've just got to learn from them.
Good advice. What do you think, Thea?
I think definitely having a big network. So ensuring that you are always talking to different people within your team, outside of your team, talking to people from other organisations and being present in those conversations. I think that develops a real sense of belonging in what you do. And also being patient, something I'm not particularly great at, but working on. If you're patient and you're waiting to achieve the right outcome, I think you can really develop a better sense of self there.
Would you agree with that?
I completely agree with all of them, and like taking every opportunity is the key. Like you have to take every opportunity, even if you have to go through difficult time, and even if you have to juggle a number of different things, but it's still worth it.
I'd like to think, I think a lot of us wouldn't probably be where we are, you know, with your story at BT and your story with the confectionery if we didn't take those opportunities and, you know, step forward with them.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, being on the panel as well, one of the things that really struck me was that all of you, not only have you done, you know, you are outstanding at what you do, and again, it's huge recognition of everything that you do for your companies, but also, I think all of you also did things to stand out, and it'd be great and really inspiring maybe to share a little bit more about, you know, maybe a thing from each of you in terms of what did you do differently as well.
I think that's always a good question because obviously in an industry like ours, there's a lot of talented people, there's a lot of people who are striving to be better, and I think actually that helps everyone be more successful because it steps up the game. But individually, something that I try to do is always look for something to improve, something to fix, something to make better. I think if you can find a niche, so for example in my area as a technical team lead, I'm trying to improve how we get work into our guys and how to improve the efficiency and the quality of the work that we give back to our customers, just to give them a better time and also improve customer experience. Yep. And stuff like that will get you noticed because you're improving not just your own work, you know, you're improving a lot of other people's, yes. And it's something different from sort of the day-to-day.
Yeah, great.
I come from a pretty sporting background, and I think part of where I've been successful is learning from that. So you've got to be determined, you've got to be organised, and you've got to get buy-in from other people to help and support you build out a team. So if I look at my career, a lot of what I've done successfully is around building out a strategic business plan, and you can't do that by yourself. You've actually got to go and get buy-in from different levels, be organised, be diligent, and always be on top of everybody to make sure that you are getting the outcome that you desire.
Yeah, I agree with all of you, what you said, and I think what I did differently is I always went for different opportunities and I went outside my comfort zone. I was pushing myself. I wanted to see if I can like do multiple things. So since university I was juggling multiple different things, and then at work now I also now looking into working on a machine learning project. So it's again outside my comfort zone, but then I actually presented this presentation to the head of the system and software, and that helped me to get noticed within Rolls Royce. And then I started getting a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls from different chief engineers to discuss that project. And I think that was a great opportunity for me to have such had such opportunities such early in my career. And I think the reason behind it because I was actually took the risk and I actually went outside my comfort zone.
Talking about your personal stock, isn't it, really? So
yes.
Setting your personal stock high and ensuring that you're maintaining yourself at a really high level so everyone gets you, it's awesome.
I think like Kate said off that, not being afraid to take the risk, because I think sometimes you can be so worried about how you are perceived and that personal stock that you can almost avoid the risks, which sometimes can be detrimental. So I think definitely really good.
Well, I'm just interested in any new project that comes in kind of thing. So at the moment, diversity and inclusion is obviously a massive thing, and we're really looking at in BT. So I'm actually part of a group of 12, I think there is now. So we're only a small group within TV, and we're like a pioneering group. So we're looking to change our culture, create a more diverse and inclusive place, basically challenging it, trying to push it out through the whole of BT. So I'm creating such a little impact, like from my little team to create a huge impact. So just little stuff like that, really.
And what about you, Marianne?
Well, very similar. I actually years ago started being part of the Connected Women team at Cisco as well, and was leading that across Europe, across the 18 different countries that were part of it at the time, and growing that. And Oishi, like you said, unless you take those risks and actually start building the networks as well outside of your immediate area, that's just starts building up opportunities as well. So.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Capturing the Hearts and Minds of Future Talent. We'll be back soon with another episode.